Well, welcome everyone. My name is Anne from Nava Yoga Center. I'm going to be taking you through a 45-minute fleet. If you took my scope class, we're going to be continuing to work on our Vijnana energy. So you can either come to a kneeling position or a seated position. Find somewhere where you can sit for a little bit. If you have blocks, it might be nice to sit on blocks or a blanket. From here, either place your palms face down to ground down or palms face up to receive. And then close your eyes, start to go inward. And as you inhale, expand through your chest and your upper back. And as you exhale, keep that lift through your spine. So with each inhale, create space. With each exhale, take up that space. And then take your hands over your heart, so place one palm on top of the other. Our Vijnana energy is our soul energy. This is the energy that stays with us throughout our life. So things change around us, our minds, our thoughts, our feelings, our bodies, and even our circumstances change, but there's a piece of us that stays constant. And that piece of us lives in our heart, so I want you to imagine that you're sitting next to your soul, at the base of your heart. And today we're going to be working on taking this constant energy that grounds us, and we're going to be flowing it through our bodies with large, big, expansive movements. So when our Vijnana prana energy is misaligned, we feel disjointed in our thoughts, our feelings, our minds, and our bodies. When our Vijnana energy is in flow, we have fluidity and free flow of thoughts, feelings, and our bodies. So on your next inhale, open your arms out wide, shoot energy through your fingertips, pause at the top. Feel an expansion through your chest and your upper back. And on your exhale, bring your palms back across your heart, but place the opposite palm on top and pause for a moment. Again, return to your constant. And on your inhale, open your palms back out wide. Again, pause at the top, shoot energy through your fingertips. Feel that constant energy expand. And on your exhale, bring your palms back across your heart, but again, place the opposite palm on top and return to what stays constant for you on and off your mat. And one more time, on your inhale, open up, this time hold at the top. Feel what stays constant for you on and off your mat. Grow within your chest. Maybe you feel it slide down your arms and shoot through your fingertips. And on your exhale, bring your palms back across your heart, but this time, find your ujjayi breath. Invite your breath in and out of your nose. Start to reignite your internal fire. And then when you're ready, slowly open your eyes. We're going to meet in a tabletop position. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your hips over your knees. Draw your toes together, take a deep breath in, exhale, child's pose. Sink your hips down, reach your arms forward. You can anchor your forehead into your mat or a block. But with each inhale, expand through your chest and your upper back. With each exhale, sink your hips to your heel. Now we are going to take a variation of cat-cow. On your inhale, press up to your palms. Draw your feet in line with your knees. Exhale, lower down to your chest, then your chin. Inhale, inchworm forward. Draw your toes together. Find your cobra pose. Lift your chest and head. Exhale, lower back down. Press through your palms. Draw your toes together. Find your child's pose. And then start to flow your breath to your movement. Inhaling to press up to your palms, toes in line with knees. Exhaling to lower down to your chest and then your chin. Inhale, find your cobra pose. Exhale, lower back down, return to your child's pose. Now, this is a space in between, a moment for you. So I want you to add any additional movements that feel good here. You can take a traditional cat-cow, but this is a moment to become connected with how your body is feeling. Maybe even start to become aware of what stays constant for you on your mat. And then wherever you are, know that we are here for 4. We're going to be in tabletop in 3. Find your tabletop in 2. Tabletop in 1, so stack your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your hips over your knees. Tuck your toes under, take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, float your hips up and back. Start to cozy into your first downward dog so you can pedal out your feet. You can look under one shoulder, under the other. In your own time, prioritize a long, straight spine as opposed to straight legs. Pull your tailbone up to the ceiling. Widen your palms 1 or 2 inches and then turn your palms to the outside edges of your mat. Press through your thumb and your first finger, slide your shoulders down your back. Relax your neck, let your head hang heavy. Inhale, lift your heels up to the ceiling, hold here. Pull your inner thighs up, let your tailbone lift so much so your sit bones spread. If your hamstrings are tight, bend into your knees. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, release your heels down, but keep that lift through your inner thighs. If you can see your inner heels, pull your inner thighs back and out just a little bit more. Inhale, look forward, come up onto your toes. Exhale, ragdoll. Tiptoe your feet to the top of your mat. Place your feet wider than hips width distance. Find a large bend in your knees. Hang your torso over your thighs. Option to link onto opposite elbows behind your back. But again, this is a space in between, a moment for you. So decide if movement or stillness calls you here, but give yourself something that you need. And then know that we are here for 4. Release your fingertips down in 3. In 2. In 1, release your fingertips down. Toe heel your feet together with your toes to touch. With a slight bend in your knees, on your inhale, roll all the way up to stand vertebra by vertebra, letting your head be the last to rise. Exhale, find your good morning stretch, reach your arms up. You can take any good morning movements that feel good. You can twist side to side. You can interlace your hands above or below. And then when you are ready, bring your hands to your heart, press your thumbs into your chest, reconnect with your heartbeat. Let that bring you back to your sense of self that stays constant on and off your mat. And then when you're ready, take a deep breath in through your nose, fill all the way up, hold at the top. Hold until you own your space, and then open your mouth and exhale it out. When you're ready, softly open your eyes, release your arms down by your sides. Inhale, mountain pose, reach your arms up, rotate your palms in, shoot energy through your fingertips, but relax your shoulders away from your ears, breathe here. Ground down to the 4 corners of your feet, pull your inner thighs together, soften your tailbone down to your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms, bend into your knees. Shoot your fingertips to the back of your mat. You can draw your pinkies towards one another or your palms. I want you to find what works on your shoulders. Shift your weight into your heels. Pull your belly button to your spine, and then pull your chin slightly to your chest to draw your gaze down and out to take the crunch out of your neck. From there, sink into your hips 1 more inch. Now we're going to flow those movements breath to movement. Inhale, mountain pose. Reach up, feel that expansion through your chest and upper back. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Sink into your hips, feel rooted. 2 more times. Inhale, mountain pose. Expand, maybe your gaze lifts. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. 1 more time. Inhale, lift up, feel the expansion. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, back through mountain pose, but listen for the change. Exhale, goal post your arms. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart up to the ceiling, draw your bind straight down. Exhale, forward fold with your bind, slight bend in your knees, hinge at your hips. Draw your bind straight up and then over. Micro bend your elbows, relax your neck, let your head hang heavy. Take any little movements that feel good here. You can pedal out your feet. You can shake your head yes, shake your head no. Inhale, halfway lift, release your bind, hands to shins or thighs. Create a flat back, breathe here. Shift your weight into your toes, draw your hips over your heels. Draw your belly button to your spine. Smile your collarbones forward, feel the expansion through your chest and your upper back. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, high plank, plant your palms down shoulder width distance, walk your feet to the back of your mat. Now, we're gonna set up our high plank. The wider stance you have, the more stable you will feel. The closer your toes are together, the more powered up. Find what works here and now, as this will change throughout your practice. Energize your heels to the back of your mat, but draw the crown of your head forward. Let that lift your gaze 6 inches past your hands. Inhale, shift forward onto your toes. Exhale, lower down to your knees, your chest, and then your chin. Inhale, cobra pose, press to the tops of your feet, lift your chest and head. Exhale, slowly lower back down. When you do that 2 more times, option to gain height. Inhale, cobra pose, lift your chest and head, hug your elbows into your midline, option to lift up just 1 more inch. Exhale, slowly lower down 1 more time. Inhale, cobra pose, make it to the biggest one yet, option to come to upward facing dog. If you're taking upward facing dog, I want you to press to the pinky edge side of your feet, so much so your thighs lift up off your mat. From there, micro bend your elbows, slide your heart forward. Find an expansion through your chest and your upper back, so even lift your head up towards the ceiling. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, downward facing dog, full breath in. Full breath out. Now we are going to flow breath to movement, but we are going to simplify, so listen for the change. Inhale, look forward, come up onto your toes. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, back through mountain, listen for the change. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold with your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, high plank, but listen for the change. Inhale, shift forward onto your toes. Exhale, low plank and hold. Bend your elbows. Hug them tight into your sides. Aim to keep your shoulders above your elbows. If you are sagging your hips, soften onto your knees. Inhale, upward facing dog. Press to the tops of your feet. Shine your heart forward. Exhale, downward facing dog. We go right back in. Inhale, look forward. Come up onto your toes. Exhale, walk, step, or hop to the top of your mat. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, chair pose with airplane arms. Inhale, back through mountain. Exhale, interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, forward fold with your body. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. 1 round of breath here. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale your right leg high. Flex your right toes down to your mat. Square and level your hips. Exhale, right knee to right elbow. Roll to your high plank. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Continue to press your left heel behind you. Feel that stretch to the back side of your body. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Stack your shoulders over your wrists, but leave your gaze 6 inches past your hands to expand through your chest and your upper back. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Release your back knee down. Lift your chest. You can take your hands to your front thigh. You can reach your arms up, rotate your palms in. I want you to find what works on your hip to shoulder complex and breathe here. Wherever you are, create an active front foot. Press through your front heel, pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. Soften your tailbone down to your mat to stack your shoulders over your hips, and then pull your belly button up and in. Option to find your first crescent moon shape and reach to the back of your mat, but again, expand through your chest and your upper back. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, cat lunge, tense your fingertips down. Tuck your back toes under, round your spine, draw your forehead to your knee. If this is too much on your hamstrings, walk your left foot in, but continue to lift and press through your back heel. From there, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, grounded airplane, either tent up onto your fingertips or place your hands on blocks if you have that. Lift your left leg up, flex your left toes down to your mat, so much so your left inner thigh trends up to the ceiling. Breathe here. Micro bend your right knee. Find a halfway lift back. Smile your collarbones forward. Pull your belly button to your spine. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bend into your right knee. Draw your left knee behind your right calf. Squeeze your inner thighs. Shift your weight back into your right heel. Make sure your right knee doesn't go past your right big toe. Now bring your gaze forward. Our hips rotate with our gaze. Inhale, chair pose. Draw your toes together. Use your inner thighs. Lift your chest. Breathe here. Shift your weight into your heels. Soften your tailbone down as if you could sit into a chair. With each inhale, find a lift with your heart. With each exhale, heavy, sink into your hips. From here, you can reach your arms up, rotate your palms in, but I want you to find the variation that takes a C curve out of your low back, and then breathe here. Keep a bend in your right knee, take a deep breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, shoot your fingertips to the back of your mat. From here, take your left foot all the way back. Lift and press through your back heel. Feel a long line of energy shoot from your back heel through the crown of your head. Inhale, crescent lunge, micro bend in your back knee, press off your front heel. You can draw your hands to your heart center. You can reach your arms up, rotate your palms in, find a variation where you can stack your shoulders over your hips, and then breathe here. If you're sagging into your left hip, engage your left glute. Squeeze your inner thighs to your midline, draw your left hip tip in line with your right. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior two, spin your back foot down, so it's parallel to the short edge side of your mat. Work to stack your shoulders over your hips, so pull your belly button up and in. In your own time, release your gaze forward. Find your focus and drishti. Breathe here. Go down to the outside edge of your back foot and the heel of your front foot, so much so your front knee trends in line with your second big toe. And then squeeze your shoulder blades together, but shoot energy through your fingertips. Feel the expansion through your chest and your upper back. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out, reach your arms high. Exhale, horse. Bring your hands to your heart, bend into your knees. You can cozy into your horse, but aim to point your knees and your toes in the same direction. Aim to stack your shoulders over your hips, so pull your tailbone down, pull your belly button to your spine, press your heart to your thumbs. Now we're going to keep our legs, flow our arms. Inhale, reach your arms up, expand through your chest and your upper back. Exhale, sink into your hips. 2 more times. Inhale, reach your arms up, feel that expansion. Exhale, keep that lift through your spine, but sink into your hips. 1 more time. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, find your deepest depth. Inhale, star pose, feel the release on your hips. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, take a bend in your front knee, take your right palm, reach back, breathe here. Recommit to the bend in your front knee. Soften your tailbone down to protect your low back. Find line through both side bodies, reach straight up and then back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge, plant your palms down. Ground down through your left palm, inhale, side plank to the right, reach your right palm high. Now you can stack or stagger your feet. You can also lower down to your bottom knee. Find the variation where your left shoulder stays over your left wrist. Breathe here. Continue to expand through your chest and your upper back. Maybe even soften your tailbone to the back of your mat. Take 1 more deep breath in. Maybe you gaze up. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Find 4 points of contact with your mat. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Now we're going to take that to the left. Inhale your left leg high. Flex your left toes down to your mat. Square and level your hips. Exhale, left knee to left elbow and hold. Stack your shoulders over your wrists. Draw your right heel to the back of your mat. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose, shoulders over wrists. Gaze 6 inches past hands. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Release your back knee down. Find your arm variation. Breathe here. Again, press off your front heel. Pull your left hip tip back, your right hip tip forward. Lift up and out of your hips, so narrow your hip tips to the front of your mat. Wrap your lowest ribs up and in. Keep that engagement. An option to find your first crescent moon shape and reach to the back of your mat, but find expansion through your chest and your upper back. Take 1 more deep breath in. Exhale, cat lunge. Frame out your front foot. Tuck your back toes under, lift your back knee. Round your spine, draw your forehead to your knee. If you would like, you can straighten your front leg. If this is too much, walk your back foot in. But wherever you are, press off your front heel. Pull your left hip back, your right hip forward. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, grounded airplane. Take your hands to your mat or blocks. Lift your right leg up. Stamp your right heel into the wall behind you. Flex your right toes down so much so your right inner thigh trends up. Breathe here. Micro bend your left knee. Smile your collarbones forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, Shiva squat. Bend into your left knee. Draw your right knee behind your left calf. Shift your weight into your left heel, and then even lift your right hip up in line with your left so your hips stay square. Draw your gaze forward. Use your core. Inhale, chair pose. You bring your toes together. Squeeze your inner thighs to your midline. Lift your chest. Again, you can reach your arms up, rotate your palms in, or bring them to heart center. Find the variation that takes a C curve out of your low back. Breathe here. Shift your weight into your heels again, but squeeze your inner thighs. Line your knees up with your second big toe. Feel an inner and outer thigh engagement. Keep a bend in your left knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Shoot your fingertips back. Take your right foot all the way to the back of your mat. Maybe you even find hang time. This time, press off your left heel. Pull your left hip tip back in line with your right. You can draw your pinkies towards one another or your palms. Find what works on your shoulders. Inhale, crescent lunge. Press off your front heel as you micro bend into your back knee. You can bring your hands to your heart, or you can reach your arms up, rotate your palms in. Find what works here and now. Breathe here. Squeeze your inner thighs to your midline so your right hip comes in line with your left. Slide your shoulders away from your ears. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, warrior two. Spin your back foot down. Now you can always walk your back foot back a little bit. You can bend and straighten into your front knee. I want you to find what works here and now, and then breathe here. Ground down through both your heels. Draw your heels together and apart. Feel like you could rip your mat in half. Now with each inhale, find expansion through your chest and your upper back. With each exhale, heavy, sink into your hips. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, goddess, bend into your elbows and your knees. Lift your elbows up in line with your shoulders. Squeeze your shoulder blades together. It's going to be extra tempting to arch your low back, so soften your tailbone down as you press your knees to your pinky toes. Pull your belly button to your spine, and then with each inhale, expand through your chest and your upper back. With each exhale, heavy, sink into your hips. Inhale, star pose, feel the release. Exhale, warrior two to the top of your mat. Inhale, reverse warrior, keep a bend in your front knee, take your left palm and paint the ceiling, breathe here. You can take your right palm lightly to your back leg or reach around your back. I want you to find the variation that takes the weight out of your hand. Recommit to the bend in your front knee. Relax your left shoulder away from your left ear. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Frame out your front foot. Inhale, side plank to the left. Reach your left palm high. Again, you can stack your feet, you can stagger your feet, or you can come down onto your bottom knee. Find the variation where your right shoulder stays over your right wrist. Breathe here. Really lift your left palm up to the ceiling. Maybe you even lift your hips up one more inch. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog, full breath in. Full breath out. Now we flow breath to movement. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, lift up. Exhale, Shiva squat. Use your core. Inhale, chair pose, lift your chest. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Take your left foot all the way back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose, heels in, toes out. Exhale, horse, bend into your knees. Inhale, back through star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior, reach back. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, side plank to the right, reach your right palm high. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. We go right back in. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane, lift up. Exhale, Shiva, squat. Use your core. Inhale, chair pose, toes together. Lift your chest. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms. Take your right foot all the way back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose, heels and toes out. Remember the change. Exhale, goddess, bend into your elbows. Inhale, back through star, take your time. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, side plank to the left, reach your left palm high. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Now we're going to go through that again. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, right knee, right elbow. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane. Exhale, Shiva, squat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, left leg back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, horse. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, side plank to the right, right palm high. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, left knee, left elbow. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, crescent moon. Exhale, cat lunge. Inhale, grounded airplane. Exhale, Shiva, squat. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, crescent lunge with airplane arms, right foot back. Inhale, crescent lunge. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, star pose. Exhale, goddess. Inhale, star. Exhale, warrior two. Inhale, reverse warrior. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, side plank to the left, reach your left palm high. Exhale, find your high plank to low plank. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk through your hands. Come and take a seat on your mat. We've hit the core portion of our class. So you can grab a drink of water. You can wipe off sweat. Take a moment for yourself. And then when you are ready, come to lay down on your back. We're going to start with a basic sit-up. So bend your knees, plant your feet down. Interlace your hands behind your head. Open your elbows wide. Ground your low back down. Float your shoulder blades up off your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, crunch up towards the ceiling. Inhale to lower down just to a hover. Exhale out of your mouth as you crunch up. So start to create a strength training breath. So it's inhale to lower down. Exhale as you lift. Wherever you are, know that we are here for 4. We're going to change to bicycle sit-ups in 3. So reverse tabletop your legs in 2. Reverse tabletop your legs in 1. Float your shoulder blades up off your mat. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, left elbow to right knee. Inhale, back through center. Exhale, right elbow to left knee. Inhale, center. Exhale, as you twist. Again, match your breath to your movement, but know that we are here for 4. We're going to reverse crunch in 3. So even out your sides in 2. Even out your sides in 1. From here, you're going to lower your head down. Plant your palms by your side body. Walk your hands so they're slightly underneath your hips. From here, squeeze your inner thighs, lower your heels down, tap your mat. And on your exhale, come back up, but stack your knees over your hips. So it's inhale to lower down for 2. Exhale to lift for 2. I want you to notice if you're arching your neck, bring your chin slightly tilted down, press the back of your head into your mat. If you're feeling a crunch in your low back, even with your hands underneath your hips, just limit your movement. Find what works for you, but don't forget to breathe. Exhale out of your mouth. Know that we're here for 4. We're going to finish with dead bugs in 3. Reverse tabletop your legs in 2. Find your dead bug in 1. So knees over hips, hips width distance. Take your palms all right above your shoulders. If you want to power up, float your shoulder blades up off your mat, but feel a lift through your chest and not your heart. Wherever you are, take a deep breath in, pull everything to your midline. Exhale, reach your right palm above you, your left heel forward, but keep your left palm over your left shoulder. Keep your right knee over your right hip tip. Use your core. Inhale, come back through center, pull everything to your midline. Exhale, left palm back, right heel forward. So it's inhale, center. Exhale, lengthen, so center. Lengthen, center, lengthen. If at any point you feel a crunch on your neck, lower your head down. Find what works for you. Try not to let your knee come in past your hip tip. Really use your core, and then know that we're here for 4. We're going to meet in a dead bug in 3. So find your dead bug in 2, dead bug in 1, and hold for 4. Hug your knees in tight in 3. Last 2, take a deep breath in. Exhale, hug your knees into your chest, rock side to side, nourish your low back. And then when you're ready, find your happy baby pose. You can grab the backs of your thighs or the inside or outside edges of your feet, but find a variation that refuels you here. And then notice if movement or stillness refuels you, but find a variation that brings you back to what stayed constant on your mat, even when it is difficult, and especially when it is hard. Inhale, draw your knees into your chest. Place your hands behind your thighs. We're going to meet in downward dog. Roll up the length of your spine. Cross at your ankles. Plant your palms down. Press yourself up. Walk your feet back. From here, start to engage your Ujjayi breath. Invite your breath in and out of your nose. Reignite your internal fire. Inhale your right leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 1, spin your back foot down, lift your chest. Now you can shorten or widen your stance or mainly move your hips forward. Once your hips are narrowed forward, reach your arms up, rotate your palms in, breathe here. Ground down to the outside edge of your back foot and the heel of your front foot. Use that force to pull your right hip back, your left hip forward. With each inhale, expand through your chest and your upper back. With each exhale, maybe you sink into your hips. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, revolve, warrior 1. Bring your hands to your heart. Shift your torso forward. Draw your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh. Hollow out your belly. Draw your heart to your thumbs. Inhale, draw your gaze out to your right big toe. Exhale, prayer twist to the right with intention. Slowly plant your left toes next to your right. Shift your weight back into your heels. Squeeze your inner thighs together, and again, maybe you draw your heart to your thumbs. From here, you can open your arms out wide, really expand through your chest and your upper back. If you find the expansion, maybe you turn your right palm behind you, find your reverse spine, grab to the front of your left thigh. But with each inhale, start to create space, expand through your chest and your upper back. With each exhale, maybe you take up that space, but keep that lift through your spine. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at your hips, toe heel your feet, hips width distance. Option for gorilla pose. If you're taking gorilla, take your palms underneath your feet, palms face up. Find a large bend in your knees. Hang your torso over your thighs. Relax your neck. Let your head hang heavy. Decide if movement or stillness calls you here, but find something that refuels you. Release your hands from underneath your feet. Toe heel your feet together with your toes to touch. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, mountain pose, reach up. Exhale, dancers on the left. Release your left palm by your side body, palms face up. Bend your left knee, grab on the inside of your foot or ankle. Layer 1, hug your inner thighs towards one another. Layer 2, take a deep breath in, press your heart forward. Exhale, slowly kick into your hand with equal and opposite pressure. You open and shine your chest forward. Micro bend your right knee, pull your belly button to your spine, and know we have a mindful movement. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Slowly shoot your left leg long. Shoot your fingertips to the back of your mat or bring them to heart center. You can always take grounded airplane. I want you to find what works here and now. Flex your left toes down so much so your left inner thigh trends up to the ceiling. Inhale, standing splits. Plant your palms down on your mat or blocks. Flex your left toes down, and then from here you can take a balance challenge. Maybe you take one or both hands behind your standing calf. If you're taking a balance challenge, I want you to expand through your chest and your upper back, so gaze comes slightly forward. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge, ground down for a moment. Inhale, warrior two, but listen for the change. Exhale, extended side angle, draw your right elbow to your right knee, reach your left arm up. Now, bend into your front knee, pull your front knee to your front pinky toe. Spiral your left rib cage behind you. From here, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, star pose, shoot up, heels in, toes out, feel the release in your hips. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, bring your arms to a T, point all 10 toes forward. Inhale, lift your heart up to the ceiling. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, hinge at your hips. You can release your fingertips down in front of you or to the outside edges of your feet. Wherever you are, shift your weight into your toes, draw your hips over your heels. Micro bend your knees, pull your inner thighs behind you. Shift your weight forward again and then relax your neck. Let your head hang heavy. From there, decide if movement or stillness calls to you, but take something that refuels you. Again, maybe you start to reconnect with what is staying constant on your mat today. Release your fingertips down. Bring your arms to a T. Inhale, rise all the way to stand. Exhale, warrior two, but listen for the change. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Take your right palm forward. When you can no longer reach forward, then tick-tock to 6 and 12. Feel like you're lifting up and off of your front thigh. Spiral your left rib cage behind you. Ground your right big toe down so much so your right inner thigh trends down to your mat. From there, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle, keep your legs, take your right palm, reach back, breathe here. Start to press your front hip tip forward and then feel the release in the front side of your right body. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, high to low plank, finding your variation. Inhale, upward facing dog, strong legs. Exhale, downward facing dog, full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, your left leg high. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior one, spin your back foot down, lift your chest. Again, you can shorten or widen your stance. Once you find where your hips are narrow to the top of your mat, reach your arms up, rotate your palms in, breathe here. This time, ground down to the outside of your back foot so much so you engage your right glute, and then use that to bend into your front knee. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, revolve warrior one, bring your hands to your heart center. Shift your torso forward. Draw your right elbow to the outside of your left thigh. It's going to be extra hard, but press off your front heel to pull your left hip tip back, and then from there, draw your torso off your front thigh. Bring your heart to your thumbs. Inhale, gaze down to your left big toe. Try to keep the bend in your left knee. Exhale, prayer twist to the left. Softly plant your right toes next to your left. Pull your right knee back in line with your left. If you look down, you might be able to see and wiggle all 10 toes. From there, you can draw your heart to your thumbs. If your thumbs touch your heart, you can open your arms wide, really expand through your torso and your upper back. From here, turn your left palm behind you. Reach around your back, grab on the front of your right thigh. But again, expand through your chest and your upper back. Full breath in, full breath out. Take one more deep breath in. Exhale, forward fold. Hinge at your hips. Toe your feet hips width distance. Take your two peace fingers, grab onto your two big toes. Inhale, find length through your spine. Exhale, forward fold. Relax your neck. Let your head hang heavy. Release your hands from your feet. Toe heel your feet together with your toes to touch. Inhale, roll all the way up to stand. On your exhale, roll your shoulders together and down your back. Inhale, mountain pose. Exhale, dancers on the right, right palm by side body. Bend your right knee, grab the inside of your right foot or ankle. Layer 1, squeeze your knees together. Layer 2, start to kick into your hand. But with each inhale, open and shine your chest forward. With each exhale, kick into your hand with equal and opposite pressure. Remind yourself that we have a mindful movement here. So keep that expansion through your chest and your upper back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, airplane pose. Mindfully release your right foot. Shoot your fingertips to the back of your mat. Bring them to heart center or plant them on blocks. I want you to find what keeps that lift through your spine. Inhale, standing splits. Plant your palms down, relax your neck. Let your head hang heavy. Breathe here. Option for your balance challenge. If you're taking your balance challenge, take both hands to the back of your standing calf. Keep that expansion through your chest and your upper back. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, low lunge. Inhale, warrior 2, but remember the change. Exhale, extended side angle, left elbow to left knee, right arm up. Anchor your tailbone to your back heel. Spiral your right rib cage behind you. Inhale, star pose, shoot up, heels in, toes out. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, option for a shoulder raise. Interlace your hands behind your back. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, wide-legged forward fold, hinge at your hips. Micro bend your elbows. Release your bind when it no longer serves you. Decide if movement or stillness calls you here. Take your hands to your hip tips. Inhale, rise to stand. Exhale, warrior 2, but remember the change. Inhale, straighten your front leg. Exhale, triangle pose. Reach your left palm forward. When you can no longer reach forward, then tick-tock to 6 and 12. Press your right hip tip up to the ceiling. Press your right ribs behind you. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, reverse triangle. Keep your legs. Take your left palm, reach back. Breathe here. Press your left hip tip forward. Take a deep breath in. Exhale, find your high to low plank. But know this is the last chaturanga of our practice. So find what works for you. We're going to meet back in downward facing dog, but once you get there, inhale, look forward. Exhale, walk through your hands, lay down on your back. Take a deep breath in, hug your knees in tight. Exhale, supine cow face to the right, cross your right thigh over your left, hug your knees in tight. From here, you can slide your palms outside your ankles, but squeeze your inner thighs to your midline. Ground the back of your head down, so pull your chin slightly to your chest. Find a slight arch to your low back. Notice how that deepens to your outer right hip. From there, take a deep breath in. Exhale, twisted knot supine twist. Cactus your arms. Let your knees fall to the left side of your mat. If this is too much, unravel your legs, but find your equal breath in, your equal breath out. Inhale, draw your knees back to center, unravel your legs. Exhale, supine cow face to the left. Take your left thigh over your right. Hug your knees in tight. Now, if you want to go deeper, you can slide your palms outside your ankles, but again, squeeze your inner thighs. Invite a slight arch to your low back. Once you find it, take a deep breath in. Exhale, twisted knot supine twist to the right. Let your knees fall to the right. Option to cactus your left arm out wide. You can always gaze over your left shoulder, but this is a moment to make this as active or as passive as you need. Inhale, draw your knees to center, unravel your legs. Find your cosmic ball on your exhale. So hug your knees into your chest, draw your forehead to your knees, take a deep breath in. Exhale, Shavasana, extend your legs long. Release your arms by your side body, palms face up to receive, palms face down to ground down. Start to let go of the control of your breath. Relax your cheeks. Soften your jaw. Slowly let your body melt and sink into your mat. And then know you can stay here as long as you may like. If you're ready to return to your day, return to your breath. Use your breath, bring yourself back to your body. In your own time, find a nice good morning stretch like you're waking up for the first time today. Take a deep breath in. On your exhale, roll into your fetal position and then press yourself up to your easy seated position. You can cross at your ankles or sit on a block. When you're ready, bring your hands to your heart center, press your thumbs into your chest, reconnect with your heartbeat. Let that bring you back to what stayed constant on your mat today. When you're ready, bring your gaze down to your hands, bow to your greatest teacher. The light in me, known as the light in you, we bow together to seal our practice. Namaste. Well, thank you all for joining me today. I know it's a difficult time. There's a lot of uncertainty, and not making it to the yoga studio is getting pretty hard. But I hope that we gave you a moment to connect with that piece of you that stays constant even in times like this when it's difficult and it's hard and we're having a hard time to grasp to something. I think it's really powerful to know that piece of ourselves that stays constant. There's something that is indestructible in us, and sometimes we forget when things are super crazy. So we hope that we keep seeing you here, and we'll keep posting content, and let us know what you liked and didn't like. This is for you, and we want to make it yours. Namaste.